All right, guys. Welcome to React and Chill. On this channel, there's two things I like to do, and that's react and chill. Here, we're going to be talking about backing tracks. We're going to chill here. We're going to chill in this conversation. We're just going to have a chill, cool conversation, man, about this. I know it's an issue that people can, often debate, and I kind of expect that in the comments section, but I expect it to be chill, man. All right, it's kind of like this. Look, dude, I don't care if backing tracks are used by bands or even by artists. I don't even know why I specified that, but I don't care if backing tracks are used. Now, there's a limit. Let me go with the extreme, so you know what I guess do care for. You know, if a band flat out uses a backing track for the whole performance, like they literally, when they're playing live, they look like they're live. They're on stage. You got a drummer there, bassist, guitarist, singer, and they all seem like they're performing. But really, what's happening is, you know, they just loaded up Spotify or YouTube Music and they played it. That is a problem. You know, that is a huge problem. I would have a problem with that. Okay, so I used the extreme example. I would have a problem with, but the reason why, for the most part, I don't care about backing tracks being used is because I see it as like a natural evolution of the music there. I see it as a way for the band to make sure that the song has the enhancement, has the soundscapes that the fans enjoy. I mean, there's certain soundscapes that they're looking for, certain things, the elements that they want in their songs that they need to keep in there, right? So, and then those are elements that were like stuff maybe they produced in the studio and all that, but they can't do it live there because there's only one guitarist or one bassist, one drummer. You know, they don't have the musician to do that. And I know some could say, well, why doesn't the band get an extra musician? And I mean, that's a good question. I would ask you, do you know how much that cost? And also, are you even aware? Do you have the inside scoop of the sort of invoices that the band has to deal with the expense report and all that? Have you seen that? I mean, the whole why don't they hire another guitarist to play those other parts? Well, because they don't have to, because that costs money. And this is for the most part, this is like their career, right? They want to make something off this, and they're already probably getting, you know, very little after whatever the venue takes and the record label takes and all that stuff. So, why get an extra guitarist to play that one for the backing or the rhythm track when you could just have the rhythm track played and just play the solo over that? I know, I would say just the band could just utilize that. I mean, that makes sense there. I mean, besides, sometimes it's elements that's not even expected, like a violinist or a keyboardist or a DJ, you know, stuff like electronic elements that would be made by those sort of musicians there. Not every band has that. Once again, it's an expense, and, you know, it's not something that they would be looking to add on just for a particular show, one show. Now, if it's like a big show, like The Warning, well, sometimes when they perform like these big shows lately, they'll have like the violinists and all that stuff play for the backing elements that they would otherwise have as a backing track. So, and I'm not singling them out. I mean, there's all sorts of bands on this channel that we react to that use backing tracks all the time. In fact, there's bands that you enjoy that use backing tracks, especially in this modern era. There's a lot of that there. Even LOVEBITES uses backing tracks. It'll be made by what's his name, Mao, the keyboardist Mao. Like, you don't see him perform live, but he's always there in the tracks behind the scenes. Okay, so it's that stuff there. So, like, the people being like, "Oh man, there should not be any backing tracks, man. Like, never, man." It's like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's like the world has left you behind. All right. Maybe you could find that raw, pure sound, and that's cool. That's cool. Hey, if that's what you're looking for, I get you. And you can probably catch those things in some areas, some venues, some local things, and you know, you have fun with that. But for the most part, you know, if it's just you're going to hear backing tracks. It's a tool that a lot of bands use, a lot of artists use. And I don't have a problem with it used like that. Like I said, if it's exploited to where like the band's just pretending to play, and then it's like the band from Showbiz Pizza or Chuck E. Cheese, the animatronics, that they're playing, but they're not actually playing. Oh my God, what I'm saying is if the band's just miming flat out, that would be a huge problem there. Okay, but I don't have a problem with the band using it to fill in roles that would otherwise be done by other musicians. I also don't have a problem with it being used, backing tracks being used to create the soundscape that bands are looking for. Another reason why backing tracks are often used, this might get into an area that really gets debated in the comments section, is the pressure of the artist to create that perfect sound. Now, what I'm talking about here is not just backing tracks, but what backing tracks can be used for in a way to enhance the vocalists, enhance even the guitars, the bass, or enhance whoever. Sometimes you I'll just put it this way. There's a lot of pressure on the artists and bands to create that perfect show. Now, I can already imagine some people contesting this be like, well, it's their job. And someone's saying, well, I'm expected to work, and I work. Yeah, but do you work 100% every day, every night? Do you really? No, you don't. Okay. There's days where you feel sick. You'll probably say you still go to work. Yeah, you go to work, you clock in, you do what you're doing, but do you feel 100%? Was that the most effective, most productive day of your job? Probably not, right? If you're feeling sick, but yet you're still working. The bands are the same thing. These artists are the same thing. They have to perform night after night after night, traveling on the road, different places, right? Living, eating food off the road. Oh, not off the road. Not literally, but if I've not lived on the road like that, but I've had jobs where I had to do a lot of travel. And the quick food that's readily available is not good for you to eat on a consistent basis. And it takes a toll on you, okay? And besides, people will get sick. You'll get headaches and fevers and not feel right, okay? That's going to happen at times. Or you might have days where maybe you drank too much the night before and you're kind of hungover. You might be like, that's self-induced. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying is there's factors, some real factors to consider why a band may not be at the same level night after night after night, but they're expected at the same time to perform and make that perfect show. Like you go see them live. You want to be entertained. You want to hear them live. And I know some people may argue with this, but I would imagine a lot of people are expecting a certain sound, expecting it to sound like them live. If the singer were to sound like she has a hoarse voice and sound all messed up, and then she's not really hitting the range there, song after song, it's gonna sound bad, and it's gonna be an issue that's just not gonna work at all. Okay, and that's probably gonna be corrected by. Or enhanced, I should say, assisted, I may say there, with backing tracks there. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that either. I can see that as a tool. Like I said, I see that as a tool, but I see how it can be exploited. But if it's used in reasonable ways, I don't have a problem with that. Okay. Now they're just trying to give you that perfect performance there that the fans want. Okay. And some people forget that these artists, these bands, that they're human too. They have off nights too. And a lot of these performers we rec to are female, right? That I've rec to here. So sometimes it might be that time of the month. I don't know, cramps and all that. If they're powering through, it might feel like, hey, we're gonna throw out some backing vocals on this for backing track. We're gonna use an enhanced vocal here. Okay, we're gonna have to do that. Okay. There is a thing about it being cheating, though. And like I said in the beginning, that extreme example was highlighting how it could be used as a total cheat. Backing tracks could be used that way. That's where I would have a problem with. Okay. If an artist or a band were to just be miming the whole thing, barely acting as if they're performing, not actually doing it, then that's just that's nuclear levels of BS, dude. That's what that is. That is just absurd. That's just like, okay, you're phoning it in completely. Wow. Okay. Fake. Capital F fake there. Okay. But how often does that happen? I mean, now I kind of expect it to happen a lot of pop. I don't know. I'm just throwing rocks there. Okay. I don't know. But I mean, if that were to be found, if someone were to be exposed to doing that level of tomfoolery, that would be crazy, man. That'd be gnarly. Like, whoa, man. That's none of that was real. You know, that would be a huge problem there. So I'm definitely with you on that one. But used as a way to create the soundscape that the band's looking for, a way to use to fill in the role of certain particular musicians that would be hired if done live. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it being used sometimes to kind of help out during a performance. You know, sometimes there's a bad night, and also I don't see backing tracks as like replacing the musicians. Now I know someone will be like, well, didn't you just say that they don't need a hire musician? I mean, we're talking about like a temporary session musician. No, no. Okay, they don't need to do that. But like I don't see it replacing musicians outright, because like I said in that other example there of the whole cheating thing, like if a band were to just be miming the whole thing and faking it, oh, then it's like, then why are you even there? Just acting, and that's gonna be a huge problem. You know, that would be a total huge problem there, and I think I want to say I think people would notice that. I think that would be too much fake. I think there's a certain level that people are willing to take with backing tracks. Okay, but I think if they were to just replace the musicians altogether. As have holograms, all right, and just put on shows like that, I think those shows would be a spectacle. I think there would be people that would buy to go see it, but I don't know how that would have like longevity, you know. But yeah, I don't see backing tracks as replacing musicianship. I see it as the bands using it to enhance their sound. I mean, they could still play along live with the tracks, add their energy to the live show. The sort of energy and the flair that you were expecting, if from the album. So yeah, I don't see it as a replacement. I see it as a performance enhancement. Okay, there you go. For your sports guys, that's kind of what it is. Backing tracks are a performance enhancement that all these other bands and artists are using. All right? Can you enhance your performance too much? Yeah. Yeah, you can overdo it. You can overdo it. Yeah, for sure. But you want to you want that good sound, right? You want that good perfect performance. You want to deliver that to the fans. Yeah, they're going to enhance their sound for sure. But yeah, that's what I think about it. Okay, that's what I think about using the use of backing tracks there. I know some people are going to disagree, and that's fine. You know, we'll talk about it in the comment section. Just kind of a chill conversation about it. Okay, and yeah. With that said, you guys let me know what you thought about this, man. With that said, y'all take it easy and have a good one.